Beis Halevi on the Parsha quotes the Medrash Rabbah on Parshas Mikeitz and quotes a pasuk in Tehillim. Ashrei hagever asher sam miftacho, praises the man who puts his bitachon in Hashem. Zeh Yosef v'opona el rahavim, and he did not turn to the magicians or to magic or to other sources. This is quoted in Rashi. It's a very famous Rashi. It's a very famous Medrash, and it says that because Yosef said two little lines to the Saramashkim, had to stay in jail instead of 10 years for 12 years. The Beis Halevi says that it's a very, very cryptic. It's a difficult pasuk. What is the Medrash saying? First, it says that Yosef is a Baal Bitachon. And second of all, then he's criticized for putting in some effort. And the truth of the matter is that the Beis Halevi says that Torah does allow a person his shtadlus, his own efforts for whatever he needs. And the Kodesh Baruch Hu said in the pasuk, Hashem will give us a bracha in all of our actions. And it also says, we have to harvest, we have to plant, we have to nurture the field, we have to harvest. You can't just sit back and say, I'm going to trust in Bitachon, I'm going to trust in Hashem. I'll just wait for Hashem to provide for me. Okay? So it says in Masechta Brachas, the whole point is that we are supposed to be doing things. So what is the criticism of Yosef? And he's criticized and he's punished so harshly. Now this is interesting, and the chap of the Beis Halevi, but it's in other sources as well. The truth of the matter is that the highest level of Madrega Bitachon that a person should put his complete and ultimate trust in Hashem, and Hashem will give him everything that he needs. However, the Torah is matter us, it does allow us to be mishtadel, to do efforts in our half, that a person should be able to continue his progress and his work on reaching up and going higher and higher in the Madrega Bitachon, until he finally reaches the ultimate Madrega where Hashem takes care of all of his needs, as we saw in the Midbar. In the Midbar, Bnei Yisrael didn't do any harvesting or planting or harvesting, and they got the man. So that was one level of Bitachon, which is, at least we can understand in terms that we're familiar with, how a person can sit back and do nothing, and Hashem will take care of it. However, the Beis Halevi is making a point here that a person can be mishtadel, a person can do efforts on his own behalf in order for him to help himself realize and achieve the Madrega Bitachon that he is going to reach, that he's able to trust in Hashem completely, 100%. Very good. Now, what is that amount of effort? How much effort can a person make? That depends on the person. Every person is on his own Madrega. If there's a person who's had a very little bit of effort to get to the ultimate level of Bitachon, that's one kind of person. Then there's another person on not such a high Madrega. He has to work harder in order to get to that level of Bitachon that we want him to get to. And now, if a person does more than he's supposed to, in terms of what he's supposed to be doing on his own behalf, that is considered to be overexerting himself. So there we go. Here's what we see in the pasuk, and it's very beautiful. You see that Yosef HaTzadik was a person who's called Asher Sam Hashem Miftacho, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu's Bitachon and HaKadosh Baruch Hu was so great that he was almost at the ultimate level of Bitachon. So therefore, that's what the pasuk is telling us. That's what the Medrash is telling us. His ishtadlus, even with saying just two little lines, which to us seems unfathomable, we can't understand that. How's it possible? If somebody is in trouble, he calls for help, he calls his family, he calls a lawyer. Here, Yosef himself, all he did was said two lines to the Saramashkim, and with these two lines, he's being criticized. Why? Because Yosef was in such a high level of Madrega Bitachon that even that was too much for him. And therefore, the pasuk is telling us he is the ultimate level of Bitachon. And the proof of the matter is that he was punished for these little few words that he said, and therefore he had to stay another 2 years. So we should understand what a Baal Madrega he was. We should work on our own efforts, and we should continue our avoda in building up our bitachon and get to such a level. Halavai, we should come even close to that. We should at least work on our bitachon. We should always say, Rabbi Obam said it recently, we should always say, whatever we do, I'm going to do this today, Be'ezras Hashem, or Mis Hashem, but mostly Be'ezras Hashem. Every single thing that we do all day long, if we said all day long, Be'ezras Hashem, That is a tremendous accomplishment. I'm going to go to work today, Be'ezus Hashem. I'm getting to the car and get to my place where I want to go, Be'ezus Hashem. I'm going up to the mountains for Shabbos, Be'ezus Hashem. That is a tremendously easy way and a beautiful way to increase our level of bitachon. Have a wonderful Shabbos and happy Hanukkah.